Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where you'll notice we're not quite in the same situation we were at the end of the last episode. That is because I got a couple minutes into recording this and then had a bit of an audio issue and decided to just restart it. I mean, I could have reloaded the game at the previous save, but there wasn't really that much point. All we did was tick forward. I think it was 7 days. Yeah, it was 7 days that we ticked forward. That's literally it. In that time, all of our mech warriors got finished, all of our repairs got finished except for the Marauder, nothing else happened, so let's just not worry about it. Let's do some training here, get a mech warrior ready to go, and we're pretty much ready to deploy. We're doing very well financially right now, and I expect that to just get better since we are getting close to finishing up our Argo expenditures. At which point we can start thinking about perhaps doing some flashpoints or something along those lines. They're going to be interesting to be sure, especially the ones that weight limit us, but we'll have to take a look at that. For now, though, we are ready to deploy. So let's go ahead and do that. Waste no time here. I would not mind doing something like this assassinate mission. I like it. So we would lose a priority salvage. We don't gain a free priority salvage. Do we want to sit at 312 and get 852k? I feel like we're doing fine on funds. I think this is okay. Let's go ahead and accept this. And I think we're completely ready to deploy. Let's do it. Wonderful. So this is an assassination mission in the desert. And we're probably going to be leaving this world fairly soon. I say fairly soon, probably like 5 to 10 episodes, like minimum. I want to have the Argo fully upgraded before we leave here. That is the mission. We're getting very, very close to that, though. We are getting exceptionally close. Or at the very least, I want to be working on the last Argo upgrade as we move. Which, of course, means that we should probably prioritize the engines before the other things. But that's okay. We definitely can do that. So we need to destroy the target and escape. We've had confirmation from several sources that the leader of an insurgent cell backed by Greater Valkyrit is moving in the open. This is a great opportunity to take out one of the primary enemies of the legitimate Davian regime in Ashcombe. Additionally, we'll include a bonus payment if you're able to destroy all of the target's escorting units. We've only got their word that this target is a terrorist, but that sort of extra legal maneuvering is why they're hiring us, instead of using their own forces. Still, best to be alert for anything. Indeed.
Command interface initiated.
So do we have allies? If we do, they're probably useless. We do have allies. This is some really rough terrain. We know that they're up in this region. The question is, how do we get up there? Ah. So it wants us to deploy over here. It looks like there's additional enemy units in this region looking to ambush. That's probably their reinforcements there. And then over here is their enemy forces, and maybe over here is their insurgent leader, something along those lines. What if we were to deploy here? Make our way up this way, sweep through that, and then come down this embankment and attack over here, if necessary. I like it. Let's confirm this, and in we go.
Ready to go, Commander. Who fights over a place like this?
Okay, so we instantly see a vehicle up here.
Well, this is a hellhole.
All right, keep your eyes open.
Okay, so we had a fire starter ally. Yeah, our allies dropped over here. We can see right now that had we dropped over here, we would have been ambushed. There's a Marauder in this guy. Our allies are probably not going to do so well, is my guess. But that's fine. Hello, pause menu. Our allies can keep them busy. And we are not going to move with the Jaeger, I don't think. We're just going to go ahead and reserve. Our ally's Shadowhawk moves but does not fire. Sounds like a vehicle movement there. Okay, our archer will position up over here. So far, not very much going on. Okay, they shot at our allied fire starter. They didn't hit it.
Yeah?
Our guillotine will sprint forward as much as it possibly can here. See if we can get some scouting done with our, 70-ton scout.
Prime spot for an ambush. Be careful, Commander. You don't want to get caught in a crossfire.
Oh yeah, I did not want to land here. There's no doubt about that. They actually managed to hit their own units there with that artillery. That's nice. And they backed off a little bit. They did not expect us to land elsewhere. Okay, we're going to send our J. Edgar up here as a scout.
No shooting.
We don't see anything. Okay, this is fine. They obviously were not expecting us to come from this direction.
You.
Our Nidhogg has much better LOS, and so we are going to move up this way, but we need to accelerate.
Full speed.
We can now see this carrier, and we are going to pop a snub-nosed PPC at it.
I copy.
Probably going to miss. Yep, we absolutely do. No worries on that
Negative
front.
damage.
Next up, we're going to take our Harasser up here. And our Harasser can't quite keep up with the J. Edgar, but we're going to make our way up as much as we can with our Vehicle Lance.
What do you need?
The Centurion will position here. I believe we're wildly out of range of everything. Or at the very least, we don't have any vision on it. They do have a Stalker down there, the Davians.
Yes, Commander.
Interesting. We're going to move our Guillotine up,
10-4.
and we're just coming in on their flank like this.
Hey there.
The Maxim is going to make its way as up here as it can.
Affirmative.
There we go. And we're going to do the same with our Sorcerer. We're just going to advance a little bit. And the question is, can we shoot at anything? The answer is a negative.
How can I help?
That's fine. Our Victor is going to sprint up.
Copy that.
There we go. We know that there's an enemy out there somewhere.
I hear ya.
And we're going to advance our Imp as much as possible. There we go. So the Insurgent Leader is here. Okay.
Aye, aye.
Our Jaeger will go ahead and move now. I was hoping that we would have visuals up here by now, but... Okay, there we go. So we now see a Fulcrum over here. Ah, I see. That was an exit-enter combat situation. Those are always very awkward. A couple of decent hits on that Marauder. That's actually on the rear arc there. Okay. That's the Victor. That'll be the Insurgent Leader. Fulcrum moving down over here. Okay. Firing on the J. Edgar. It did a little bit of damage, but that's irrelevant. We don't care. And it wasn't even a relevant amount of damage. Same thing here. Yep, not relevant.
Systems holding.
Sounds good to me.
Ready for orders.
So our Archer will move up here.
Acknowledged.
The question is, what are our hit odds like? 12.5, 16.9, 14.7. I think we'll do armor strip on the Victor.
Target acquired.
Primary target damage, Commander.
Yep, that was expected. That's a Zeus there. So yeah, our Davian friends have a lot to contend with over here. But that's okay. They'll keep them busy, and they'll actually maybe be somewhat useful for once. Our Guillotine will advance as up here as it can, which isn't particularly useful currently. This is just very rough terrain, and they're very spread out. They've got that, I think that's a Thumper, but it may be a Sniper Artillery. Yeah, we can position the Guillotine here. We'll be out of range of whatever this is out here. That'll be the Hunchback with the Thumper. Luckily, our Nidhogg will be able to move around pretty unimpeded. Okay, sure. Go for that fire starter. That's another artillery piece on the J. Edgar.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Okay,
Ready
sure.
for orders.
So we're going to position the J. Edgar up here and get in behind that LRM carrier. And we're going to see if we can destroy it from back here. We probably can't quite, but we'll do a lot to it, for sure. Yeah, it's not a happy LRM carrier. There's no doubt about that.
Ready for orders.
Our sorcerer will step forward, and we can see that we have some decent vision over here. Actually, 55.3% on this Zeus? We'll take that. That'll be really good armor shred on those guys. And that'll help our allies out pretty dramatically. The Jaeger will make its way up.
Looking out.
That's as up as we can get anyway. And what do we have next? That'll be our Nidhogg. Sure, our Nidhogg is going to come over here and work on this Victor if we can.
Understood. Move
47.3%? Sure, I'll take that.
fast. Target acquired.
We did miss the snub nose, but we got some armor shred on it. Sounds good to me.
Waiting for orders.
We're going to take our harasser up here, and this will finish off the LRM carrier for sure. Not going to use AoE flamers here. Kaboom.
Crawler destroyed.
Excellent. Now the Misery will step up, and we'll go for the Zeus here. I actually disagree with that call. I think it should have gone for the Marauder's rear arc. But okay, if that's what the Davians want to do, I'm not going to stop them. They're wasting a lot of enemy time. The Dragon Slayer is going to sprint forward as far as it can, which isn't tremendously far. That's okay.
Yeah.
Our Centurion will step over here. And I want to continue hitting this Zeus.
Copy that.
Boom. Nice. That's a knockdown on the Zeus. That will be a big boon to our allies over there. Our artillery has actually done a lot to these guys. And their Marauder just backed off.
Something, Chief?
Okay, sure, we'll take that. The Maxim is going to make its way over this way. I'm not super happy with this positioning, but it'll have to do. And the question is, do we go for Inferno ammo here? I feel like this guy's armor is sufficiently high that we do. Yeah, I think that was worthwhile. The 33 heat will be hopefully useful.
Waiting on you.
So the Imp will advance, not like it's going to be particularly useful for a bit. Round 4, Allied turn. So the Shadowhawk will move, and is firing on the Zeus, stray-shotting its Shadowhawk friend. It did, however, take out a couple of lasers and crit the engine core twice. That's really solid, actually. They're attacking the Nidhogg. Sure, we don't care. They can do that all they want. And next up... who's moving? Somebody out there. Okay, that's fine. That's the Fulcrum. Attacking the Maxim and doing an irrelevant amount of damage. We don't care. Okay, next up... this bug again. Okay. Next up is the Guillotine, and the Guillotine is going to position right over here. This is going to be a very long-range pot shot. There's no doubt about that. But we're going to pot shot this Marauder out here. I doubt we'll hit. Absolutely not. Not even close. That's fine.
Waiting for
Our J. Edgar is going to move in behind this marksman artillery vehicle. We actually can't make it to rear arc, which is fine. We'll take this side arc.
No problem. On my way.
Light him up. That was a good couple of hits there.
Commander.
Now the Nidhogg is, of course, going to come after the Victor. We will
On my
position in its side arc here. That's another Dragon Slayer. Interesting. Light him up.
Shot.
Okay, there we go. Some damage in there.
Standing by.
Our Sorcerer is going to continue. There's these guys over here, and then there's these guys over here. 67% versus 29.8. I think we're actually going to go for the longbow here. Yeah, I like it. Good splash damage. And that was the reason I chose to do that. I hope that these guys have the Zeus under control. We'll see if they do or not. Okay, who's moving next? That hunchback way out there, firing the thumper on the Maxim. I have no idea where that hit, not even close. Okay.
Ready for orders.
The Jaeger is pretty far out of range here. We're going to advance to around this position.
Double time.
Even out of range for that Gauss rifle. Okay. Sounds good. Phase 19, that artillery vehicle does move now. Well, in this phase, anyway. There's still a lot of blips out there. Dragon Slayer turns and moves. Fires on the Nidhogg and gets a lot of hits in there. Okay. That's fine.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
Yep, that was fully expected. Now the Marksman moves. Also fires on the Nidhogg, but does not hit. Sounds good. We will accept that.
Yes, Commander.
And the Archer moves forward here. I think the Archer's goal is definitely to continue armor shred on that Victor.
Acknowledge.
Let's see what we get here. Not the best armor shred, but it'll work. Now this is where that Zeus should die. There we go. That was just, there was no way that the Zeus should have survived that. And indeed it did not.
What do you need?
So we're going to move the guillotine up over here. We're, of course, out of range of the binary laser for now. And we're going to take the harasser up over this direction. This was the right side that we ended up injuring. So we will position right here, directly next to it. And we'll see about lighting it up. Unfortunately, both vehicles moved a fair amount, so this may or may not work. Actually, we exposed the structure on it. We didn't kill it, but we did expose the structure. And we started a fire under it, which may end up killing it after it moves next.
Yeah?
Okay, our Centurion is going to step forward. This is a rear arc on something. It's a rear arc on this Marauder, and we take that.
Take this, dirtbag.
Okay, not even close. That's fine.
Damn it, I missed.
Yes, you did.
How can I help?
No real worries about it, though. We're going to take the Victor off over this direction. This map is very rough terrain, though. There's no doubt about that. Okay, somebody's still moving around out there that we don't know about. I'm going to position the Maxim here. This is surprisingly not moving through flames. We're going to get in behind the Victor, and we're going to backstab him. He is full armor back here. I'll light him up. Some structure exposure there. We took out a couple tons of Gauss ammo, but that wasn't as good as it might have been.
I hear ya.
The Imp can actually start doing some engagement over here. That Marauder's way out there. Only a 10% hit chance. Probably not going to happen. And it didn't.
Systems recycling for another shot.
But that's fine.
We can do this. Let's go.
Next up, El Duce.
Receiving you.
El Duce is going to advance over here. He's also way out there. Only has 16% odds. But we actually did hit one of those. That was internal damage on that Marauder. Victor going for the Nidhogg again. It did get a couple of hits there. The Nidhogg's armor is getting low, but that's okay. We don't care. There's still that artillery out there. It did manage to hit the Maxim. That's fine, though. They have very limited ammo. Okay. That's irrelevant amounts of damage. We don't care. Who else do they move? Fulcrum?
They're getting the angle on me.
And it did actually get enough hits there. Okay. So the Maxim went down there. That's a little bit sad, but not the end of the world.
Orders.
The Nidhogg is going to position in the rear arc of the Victor.
Mission confirmed.
And we're going to go for the kill here. This is very probably a Victor kill.
Locked on. Rear armor.
Oh, not a single crit there. That made me sad. They're doing some damage to that longbow. Congrats, 4 damage. Okay. Marksman moves through the fire. Does not die from it. In fact, it didn't take fire damage. Interesting. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
Well, the guillotine will advance over here, and we're going to continue putting fire down, probably on this Marauder, since we broke the armor. We'll just pot shot it.
Locked.
Whole lot of nothing, but that's fine. Our Davian allies over here are actually doing reasonably well. So that's great. Another Marauder moves up, fires on the Nidhogg, does not hit. At that range, we don't expect it to.
What do you need?
Centurion, at this point, is looking at probably attacking this Marauder over here with the sniper artillery. Are we in range for direct fire? No, we're not. So we'll just see how close we get here. Close enough. Excellent. Shadowhawk firing on the Marauder as well, doing 10 damage. Okay. Not great, but it'll do.
Ready to get it on.
The Jaeger is now going to position itself... I don't want to be over here. Nothing in LOS over here. Awkward. Very awkward. We could, however, position here with the J. Edgar and go for the Dragon Slayer. Maybe we can fish out a couple of crits here.
Firing.
That's a negative. Okay. The Stalker moves up. Does not fire. Useful. Okay. What else is moving around out there? Somebody shooting at the Nidhogg, and at that range they actually hit it. Okay.
Damage minimal.
Didn't do much.
Standing by.
So the Harasser is now going to position over here.
I'm there.
And we're going to go for the Marksman. This is not the weak side. This is the strong side.
All right.
But it positioned well among those rocks. And I'm actually surprised it had LOS on us over here from there. Looking at that.
I'm your spaniel.
Anyway, the Archer will move up.
Rolling.
And we're going to continue working on that Victor.
Confirmed.
Excellent. He's now unsteady.
Ready for order.
And our Sorcerer is going to, I believe, continue work on this Marauder over here. Our hit odds aren't the best, but they don't have to be with artillery.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Excellent.
Yep.
Our Guillotine will advance to here.
Let's move.
And from this position, we could attack the Dragon Slayer, or we could attack the Fulcrum. And we're going to go for the Fulcrum here. We've not done anything to this guy yet. Now we have. Excellent. They're shooting at the fire starter with their Marauder. That's fine. They can do that all they want. We do not care about this. Sure, shoot at the Harasser. See how that goes for you.
I've got your back.
Our Dragon Slayer is going to advance up to here. This is not quite an ideal range.
Sprinting.
We'll see what our hit odds are like. 64%. Okay. We'll go for the fulcrum here.
Roger.
Didn't penetrate the armor there. I'm a little surprised about that. Hang on a moment. Did that just get a cover bonus? I thought vehicles didn't get a cover bonus anymore.
Damage minimal.
Or no, it's a vigilance that doesn't work. Bracing, specifically. Cover works fine. I'm a moron. We already knew that, though. Okay, who do we move next? That is our imp. And our imp is going to advance over here. And I think we're going to continue working on this weakened marauder with our long-range weaponry.
Roger that. Firing on target.
Didn't get anything, but that's okay. We don't need to.
Next time.
Next up, the Dragon Slayer backs off. Does hit the Nidhogg with basically everything there. The Nidhogg's armor is getting pretty low. We don't ultimately care if the Nidhogg dies, but he just turned his back in a really awkward manner. We're going to move up with the Jaeger,
Heading out.
and the Jaeger is going to look to continue to hit this Marauder.
Engaging target.
We didn't get it, but that's okay.
Oh, crap.
Given these ranges, I'm not surprised by any of this. The Shadowhawk doing a decent chunk to the Marauder. Unfortunately, hitting its strong side. That's fine. We don't care about what happens to this fire starter.
What do you need?
And our guillotine is going to advance right up to here.
Roger.
And we're going to hit this fulcrum again. I think that we probably end up killing it if we hit it where we need to. Oh, the binary laser missed. That was bad luck then. We had good hit odds on the binary laser. Oh well. Not the end of the world. 5 more damage to the longbow. Congrats on your LRM. Singular.
Internal structure damage.
Interesting LOSing that they've got going on there. Once again, I would not have guessed that that's in LOS. I would have guessed that these rocks are breaking that LOS. Oh well. It's fine. Our sorcerer will advance a little bit over here. We're going to continue dropping our artillery. Right now, I'm thinking about putting it on the longbow for armor shred.
Confirm.
I feel like that marauder is sufficiently stricken. Ooh, those were 2 bad shots. Didn't hit anything. Sad. Marksman moves up, fires on the Nidhogg. It also hits. The Nidhogg not catching a break here.
I'm here.
That is fine. The archer will move up,
Onward.
and I think that we're going to use the archer to hopefully finish off the fulcrum here. This would be ideal. Didn't break the armor. Okay. Well, we're very close on that. That's the harasser dead. Yep. That's fair enough. I really thought that those rocks would have broken the LOS from the bottom down here where this fulcrum was. The harasser is, of course, completely expendable, and we don't care. We're going to move up with our guillotine, and this fulcrum is dead. There we go. Finally. And realistically, the more non-mech targets that they shoot with their artillery, the happier I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so our Centurion is going to fire rear arc on this Marauder, I think. Yeah, take this.
Target lock on enemy 6.
Okay, that's not exactly where we wanted that to hit, but okay. Not doing great on the artillery this round.
Watch the flank.
Yeah, that's fine. They're still shooting at the Nidhogg.
Receiving you.
Now, the Nidhogg is going to come around to the rear arc of the Dragon Slayer,
Copy that.
and we're going to go for the kill. Ah. It's one of those situations where it looked like it was there, but because of the height of the Nidhogg, it actually wasn't. We're going to have to go for the marksman here, but if we get a hit into this left torso, that'll be fine.
Copy that.
And we did. But it wasn't enough. And then they hit an ERPPC from all the way across the map. Oh, 1 HP on that marksman. Oof.
Standing by.
Okay, so our J. Edgar is going to come deal with this marksman. Get up there. And finish him off.
Taking the shot.
He's dead. Good. About time.
Signal trashed.
Okay, next up, of course, there's a fulcrum there, and there's the insurgent leader here. Yeah, please. Shoot at the Davian units. That is completely fine by me. I don't mind that at all. We're going to move the Dragon Slayer up into the rear arc of their Dragon Slayer, and we're going to finish him off. I'm not going to fire the Ultra AC-20 here because of heat. We may finish him off. We did not. Okay. That's fine. Please, continue shooting at the J. Edgar. I would love nothing more. Stalker moves up and fires on the Marauder. It does get some internal damage there. Takes out that torso. That is great.
Waiting on you, Commander.
The Imp is going to continue to advance over here. And we're going to continue to hit the rear arc of this Marauder.
Right, Commander.
Or probably miss it, in actuality. Yeah, we did miss it, but that's okay.
Hey, stay in the crosshairs.
Oh, he did not move. He was standing still. Our Jaeger is going to also advance over this way, and we're going to continue to put rear arc attacks into this Marauder if possible, and that is actually one hit. I'm not sure how much damage we actually did. We don't really have eyes on it. That's okay. So we're going to move up here, and we could put missiles into the rear of the Dragon Slayer, and I think that's what I'm going to do.
Locked on rear armor.
There we go. Target eliminated. So where's the LZ?
Do the math, Chief. One less target.
Okay, LZ is up here. So we may as well kill the enemy units anyway. That's fine. We knew that that was probably going to be the case. The Sorcerer will move up. Are they clustered at all? Not really. So I think we're just going to go for the kill shot on this Marauder.
On it.
This will likely kill. Indeed.
Target eliminated.
Excellent.
Commander?
And now we're going to move our guillotine up. Although we can't move very far. That's fine. We're going to keep our heat fairly low. And we're going to start pot-shotting this longbow.
Acknowledge.
Did we... Nope, we did not stray shot. Okay, that's a miss, but that is fine. No worries on that front. They do still have that artillery ammo, but they're still wasting it on the J. Edgar, and this is fine. They're not getting any splash damage, and we don't care. We're going to move the guillotine up to here, and we can pot-shot the binary laser, probably... Oh, we did get a hit there. Okay, we'll take that. Next up, they have a Banshee out there, firing on the Nidhogg, but it missed. That is fine.
Receiving you.
We're going to take our J. Edgar out this direction. Or are we going to go after the Fulcrum? I guess we'll go after the Fulcrum here. We'll position here for LOS purposes. And we will light this guy up rear arc.
Sweet.
We're probably going to end up losing the J. Edgar pretty soon, but that's okay.
Commander.
The Nidhogg, its front arc is not looking so good. So, this is awkward. But we're going to position it here, and we're probably going to end up losing the Nidhogg here. This is something that I am understanding. I'm not firing the bombs, because I don't want to splash damage this guy.
I'm out of SRMs.
Yep, that was expected. And we'll see what they do to the Nidhogg. The Fulcrum backs off, takes some burn damage, and does shoot down the Nidhogg, I think.
Reporting internal damage.
Oh, it survived that laser. Okay, we'll happily accept that.
What do you need?
The Centurion will advance forward a little bit here, maybe. Yeah, we'll just position right here. And the target is now the longbow.
Aye, aye. Engaging target.
I think, yeah, that's a miss. That's a pretty bad miss.
Negative damage.
That's okay. We also know that they have a bull shark and a hunchback over there now, as well as the banshee. So we're definitely pretty outweighed here. And our Davian allies aren't making much effort to push up. But that's fine. We have them pretty split up, and I don't think we're going to have much of a problem here. I wouldn't necessarily mind capturing that bull shark. Bit of damage to that marauder. We'll take that.
I've got your back.
And our Dragon Slayer definitely needs to be advancing up this direction. Is this a cliff? Can we make our way down this? I'm not convinced we can make our way down this. We may have to go around. We're going to test it with the Dragon Slayer, though. If we have to go around, we'll have to backtrack all the way that way, which would kind of suck. Goodbye, Nidhogg. You did your job. Excellent. Next up is our Imp, which will move up to here. And we will fire on that longbow. We may also stray shot their Marauder back there. 2 hits. We'll take that. Good armor shred. Next up, our allies. They're not really going to do anything of note, I'm willing to bet. Yeah, not really useful.
I'm here.
Okay, our guillotine is going to just advance to here where it can pot shot. And we're going to fire that ERPPC.
Taking the shot.
Probably no hit there. Yeah, nothing at all.
Failed to connect.
No worries. This is such rough of terrain, though. Actually, yeah, we can make it down this. That's very good to know.
Aye, aye.
So we're going to advance as much as we can through here.
Yep.
And that means that our guillotine can also move along this ridge. I like it. Pot shot the binary laser. We did not hit. We did not expect to hit. At this range, our most reliable damage comes from our artillery, which isn't tremendously reliable, but it's okay, I guess.
Going.
So the archer now has direct LOS on the longbow. I don't think it's worth firing our last ammo for an 8.5% hit chance. So we'll hold off on that.
Standing by.
The Jaeger will come on up over here, and we're going to continue working on that longbow. No hits, but that's fine. Their Banshee is moving up there and firing on the guillotine. It did not hit. That is okay. Our J. Edgar is going to move in directly behind this fulcrum and continue attempting to take it out. And continue mostly failing. Okay. They're firing on the guillotine. We don't care. They can do that all they want. At this range, they're unlikely to get much. We're going to be able to start engaging them pretty soon as we come up this way, though. This is a rough terrain map. And yeah, we're not super shocked by this. I'm actually surprised that the J. Edgar is still alive, in all honesty.
Receiving you.
Okay, our Sorcerer will continue to advance. And the question is, they're pretty spread out. So I think we're going to continue to go for the longbow for now.
Locking on target.
If they were clustered up, I wouldn't have. That wasn't great hits. Stalker, not doing anything at all. More damage to the J. Edgar, but not enough to kill it. Fine. Shadowhawk, breaching shotting the longbow. Doing 10 damage, I guess. We'll take it. Our friend the Hunchback, firing on the Dragon Slayer with its thumper. It did get a hit in there. We can take that, though. Honestly, that's fine, because it didn't hit anything with splash damage.
Yeah.
That's what makes those thumpers dangerous. We're going to continue going for this longbow for now, but I'm not super happy about it.
Confirmed.
Oh, man. Really bad on those shots. Okay. Next up is Lord Dacky in the Imp. And he cannot make his way further up this hill. He's pretty much as far as he's going to get for right now. The longbow is only 7% hit odds. I think we're not going to fire the Gauss rifle on 7%. We did, however, hit one of those large lasers. So that's not bad. The longbow firing on the guillotine. Getting a fair amount done there.
I'm under heavy fire.
You'll be okay. The bull shark going heavily for the J. Edgar. It's probably dead. It didn't die there, but it's definitely dead with that hover propulsion destruction. But that's okay, we'll make them take another round to deal with it. Firestarter, firing on the longbow, not doing anything. Sure. Next up, going for the other guillotine. Okay, we'll take that. These guys are going to be entering the trough here pretty soon. So they are... In fact, we may as well do it now. They're going to be out of LOS.
Confirmed.
There we go. If they have instability, I probably shouldn't be sprinting them. That's definitely something I should think about. Goodbye, J. Edgar. Oh, actually still alive. Insane.
Aye, aye.
It can't move. But we're going to make them attack it and kill it again. Yes, that is great. Please, shoot another thumper round. That was an ideal way for that vehicle to be destroyed.
Ready for orders.
Sorcerer will advance to this position. And we're going to continue firing on that longbow with our Arrow 4. We do only have 8 ammo left for it. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Our Jaeger is going to come up over here.
Location.
There's only so much movement we can do with our Juggernaut Lance, of course. There's also only so much movement that we need to do. That longbow? Not looking so good.
Receiving you.
Our Archer will advance.
I'm your spaniel.
42%. We'll take that. Absolutely. Good armor shred.
I'm out of LRM.
Indeed. Well, kind of. You've got Deadfire still. Okay, what else are they going to do? They're continuing to fire on the guillotine, and they missed. Good for them. And
Yes, Commander.
our guillotine is going to advance up over this way,
Location confirmed.
drop its instability, and we're going to fire on this longbow
Acknowledged.
as we continue to advance. Sure, that'll be fine. Our Centurion will also advance a tiny bit and continue to fire on that longbow. That was not a good shot, it didn't look like. Yeah, absolutely terrible. That's okay. The Stalker not being helpful. And the longbow attacking the guillotine there. That's not a shock.
I'm taking some serious hits.
Indeed.
Talk to me.
So the Dragon Slayer is going to move out of here like this. And we are going to fire on the Bull Shark with our snub nose. Not probably going to hit, but that's okay. Now, we should keep in mind that the Victor is kind of on its own.
What can I do for you?
It doesn't have a lot of support right now. I am going to fire on the longbow with the Gauss this time.
Special delivery.
No hits. Okay. A little sad there, to be sure. Bull Shark moves up. Is firing on the guillotine. Doesn't get a knockdown. That's what we're concerned about right now, is the knockdown.
Serious armor loss.
Okay, sounds good. El Duce is going to stay put in the Jaeger, and we're going to continue putting fire into that longbow.
Firing on target.
The unfortunate thing is that we can't really close in very effectively. Just because of the terrain. It makes it rough. There's no doubt about that. Firestarter firing on the Marauder, doing 8 damage. Okay. Cute. Ow. That was rude. That was really rude, actually. That was incredibly rude.
Receiving you.
Okay. So our Sorcerer is going to continue firing on this longbow. We need to actually do some damage to this guy at some point. Okay, that's some damage. The Archer is going to actually sprint forward to here to attempt to do some blocking for the Guillotine. There's only so much that we can do, though. They may kill the Guillotine here. The Hunchi didn't fire. Did it use its last thumper round? It may have. We're going to sprint this Guillotine forward to be able to back up the Dragon Slayer.
Yeah?
And now our Centurion is going to continue to fire on this longbow.
Take this.
There we go. We finally broke the longbow's armor. Shadowhawk firing on that Marauder. Okay, it did 10 damage. Sure. And now is where our Guillotine probably really, really dislikes the fact that they have full LOS on us. Okay.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
That could have been worse. This is where it really goes wrong, though. Oof.
Reporting internal damage.
That could have been worse, too.
I've got your back.
Okay, our Dragon Slayer is absolutely going to engage over this way.
Away, I'm coming in fast.
I'd love to take out that Fulcrum, and I think that's what we're going to do. Unfortunately, its armor is still high enough. Okay, so these guys, I'm assuming, are still going to be able to hit the Guillotine. Actually, they didn't. They didn't go for it. The longbow absolutely will. Yep. Rip.
Blue team, unit down.
Yeah. I'm not super shocked by that. They got some really, really insane shots from across that way. Like, when you look at our odds compared to theirs and figure that we had evasive pips, bad luck. But the moment that that Guillotine became unstable, it was pretty over. That longbow, however, it's also not doing so well, and we're advancing in here. Surely they're about out of ammo with those.
I'm losing armor.
It's round 11 right now.
Standing by.
Our Jaeger is going to continue firing on this longbow. It's now up to 60% hit odds.
Affirmative.
Okay, that was huge.
That hit something good.
That was enormous right there. If we had the ability to move our lance in better, it would be fine. Like, we're better in open terrain, right? This terrain is rough for us. There's no doubt about that. We're going to move up with our archer, and 32% hit odds on that longbow. I think we roll that. That was worth it.
Solid connection on that one.
Excellent. Phase 22. They're going for the archer? Sure. That's fine. We don't care about that.
Standing by.
So this Guillotine is, of course, the one that is going to be backing up our Dragon Slayer. We're going to position it here, and we're going to Vigilance it, and we're going to go for the kill on the Fulcrum. We do not want this guy to still be alive.
I'm taking the shot.
And he's still alive. Okay. So the Shadowhawk is firing on the longbow. It did some damage, including some internal damage, but nothing too major there. Hunchback moves in. It does still have ammo. Interesting. Okay, so our Sorcerer is going to continue hitting this longbow. We've thrown so much at this longbow. But that was just a lot.
Take that.
And an ejection. Perfect. About time. These guys are a little bit grouped up. I should have checked that. We should have gone for that then. The Fulcrum moves up. Fires on the Dragon Slayer. Okay. That's fine. Phase 19, the Azula is currently moving.
Waiting for orders.
The Imp is going to open fire on... It looks like it's the Marauder. That was a solid hit. I like it. Hopefully our allies actually move up and start doing something. No. Allies being pretty useless. Going for the Archer. Okay. Archer's unstable now, but it'll be able to move again relatively soon. Now, as far as the Dragon Slayer goes, I'm actually going to move it up to here. We're going to position there, and we're going to Vigilance it. And then I think we're going to fire on the Bull Shark here, and maybe we stray shot the Hunchy. That would be nice, but I kind of doubt it.
Firing.
Only 23 damage on that Bull Shark. Sad.
Aye, aye.
The Centurion, on the other hand, is absolutely going to go for the Bull Shark here.
Okay, I'm on it.
Okay, we got some damage on something there. I don't know what. That was not bad. That was not bad at all.
I'm here.
Our Guillotine will advance, and we're going to go for a melee attack on the Fulcrum here. We're going to go for a kick. I am going to overheat this. We're going to go for a kick. There we go.
Confirmed.
Perfect. That's what we were looking for.
Move her down.
Sadly, we've only got the 2 mechs in our Cavalry Lance right now, because we lost the 1 Guillotine, and the
Vehicle trash.
Marauder is not ready yet. Now it'll take some time to repair this Guillotine, that's for sure. But the Jaeger is going to go ahead and fire on this Marauder, I think. It's exactly the same hit odds. We'll go for the Marauder since we've broken the armor. Okay, 65 more points of damage in there.
Waiting for orders.
We'll take that. The Archer is going to dip down into here
On my way.
and ditch the Unsteady. Firestarter, firing on the Marauder, doing 4 damage. Okay.
Orders.
Our Sorcerer is also going to go for the Marauder, I think. Actually, no. Our Sorcerer is going to go for the Bull Shark here. They're a little bit clustered. We can maybe get some splash damage. That's the last of our Arrow 4s, though. We did get some damage in there.
I'm out of LRMs.
Okay. The Hunchy is going to go for the Dragon Slayer. Okay. Dragon Slayer definitely taking some damage here.
You've got my attention.
Well, you've got their attention too. So you better get in there. And we're going to Vigilance again. And these hit odds are really not great. We're not going to fire the AC-20 because of heat. 1 damage to the Bull Shark. Excellent. The Marauder moves up. Shadowhawk moves back, fires at the Marauder, does a little bit of damage there, I guess. Banshee backs off, does not fire.
Aye, aye.
Okay. Our Centurion is going to start advancing a little bit here, and we're going to drop a Sniper Artillery. I think once again on that Bull Shark. I think he's the most threatening one there.
Engaging target.
Nice shot.
Black on AC-10 ammo.
Yep. Except that's not an AC-10. Man, that does a lot.
Better me than Lady Arana.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Go.
Okay, the Imp is going to start backing off here. We need to get around this embankment with our fire support.
Aye, aye.
The Jaeger is also going to back off, but we're going to turn around and fire a parting shot at this Marauder.
Firing.
We did not... Oh, we did actually hit there. Sure, we'll take that. Hunchy does not fire.
I'm receiving you.
I like it. The archer is going to advance.
Move.
They're doing a little bit more damage to that marauder, but not much at all. Our Dragon Slayer is going to back off a little bit here. We're going to back off to this position,
Roger.
and we are going to re-vigilance. And we're going to pot shot this bull shark again. He did overheat.
Roger.
Only 1 damage again? Yikes. The marauder does not fire.
Standing by.
Great. Now the guillotine can't get around the Dragon Slayer. My plan was actually for the guillotine to take the next hit,
Let's move.
but our heat was too high. We'll just fire on the bull shark from here, but we can't fire the binary laser because of the fires. 9 damage. Okay.
Aye, aye.
Our Centurion is, of course, out of ammo for the artillery, and so we are going to make our way over here and sink heat so that we can start moving. Our friend, the Stalker, not doing anything at all. Yeah, that Banshee firing on the guillotine. The guillotine can take that. It's the bull shark that I'm concerned about right now.
Ready for orders.
Now, the Sorcerer also needs to be making its way over this way. Shadowhawk firing on the Marauder, and actually kills it. Sure. So the Marauder is dead, and now all that's left is the Lance up here. The Azula is just moving around and does not fire. The Bull Shark moves up. It does fire on the Guillotine, and actually, it missed almost everything. And I think it overheats itself and shuts down. Yes. Yes, it does. This is huge.
Commander?
This is absolutely huge. The Imp is going to sprint to here. We need to get around this embankment.
Let's get fired up. There's work to do.
And they fire on that Banshee. Do 6 damage. Sure. Punchy moves up. Does not fire.
Commander?
Okay. Our Archer is going to sprint into this position. And we're going to fire everything we've got on this Bull Shark. Fishing for head hits here.
Firing all weapons.
That was a lot of armor shred.
Receiving you.
Our Jaeger is also going to disengage around this hill,
Copy that.
because we need to be making our way along this ridge for sure.
By.
Sorcerer in the same boat. Excellent.
Talk to me.
Now, our Dragon Slayer is going to stay exactly where it is. We're going to Vigilance first. And then we're going to hit this guy as hard as we can with that Ultra AC-20.
Drop this on yourself.
That was a lot of damage. We did take out some AC-10 ammo.
Right through his armor.
Sadly, he's not dead. We're going to advance with our Guillotine, and we're going to Vigilance our Guillotine here as well. We're going to fire the binary laser. I don't care about this overheat. That was not as good of crits as I was hoping
Got
for.
past the armor.
That was really not as good of crits as I was hoping for. The Stalker moves up, does actually get to fire on the Hunchy, and it does do some damage. Banshee, firing on the Guillotine. This was why we Vigilanced it, but that's a structure exposure. Oof.
Damn it. I got
Okay,
an armor.
we'll have to angle that.
I'm here.
The Centurion is going to move up over this way.
Going full throttle.
Excellent. The Shadowhawk moves up, fires on that Banshee. Does a little bit. However, we are now in a position where our fire support can begin fire supporting again. We're going to fire on the Banshee. And we did a little bit there. That's good.
Battle mech power-up detected.
Okay. So the Bull Shark powered up.
Standing by.
Now I'm going to position the Guillotine. We can't quite make it to these trees. I'm going to position the Guillotine over here. This is the right-hand side that we need to turn. So we need to turn not like this at all. More like this.
All right.
We're going to
Full
Vigilance it.
speed.
And we're going to go for that Bull Shark. These hit odds, not the best. We're not going to fire the binary laser because of heat.
Roger.
That is a leg destruction, so we did manage to knock down the bull shark.
Scored a crit.
That is pretty great. Okay. Firestarter moves and fires on the Banshee. We'll accept that. Did it do any damage? I'm not sure. I don't actually think it did. We're going to step up with the Dragon Slayer here. This is out of LOS of the guys up top in theory. So we're just going to fire on the Bull Shark. I'm not going to fire the Ultra AC-20 here because I think we can kill without it.
Roger that.
Yeah, because the Archer is in position to follow up. Oh, he died, actually. Fantastic. Okay, so they go for the Dragon Slayer there. They did manage to move over enough to get in LOS. That's reasonably okay.
Yes, Commander.
The Archer will position over here.
Acknowledged.
And we have to go for the Hunchy here. We're just looking for the armor shred right now.
All weapons are go.
And we did get some armor shred on that Hunchy. Shadowhawk, firing on the Banshee. Getting 4 damage, sure. The Banshee goes now. This is the danger point. Fine. Yeah, I think they get a knockdown on the Dragon Slayer. Yep, unfortunate, but it'll do.
I've taken worse.
Okay.
I'm here.
So the Jaeger is going to advance up over here, maybe even to here. And yeah, we take these hit odds on the Hunchy. Sad, no hit, but that's okay.
No luck.
Next up, the Stalker moves up, fires on the Hunchy's rear arc, but does not get a hit in. This is just really awkward deployment all around. Yeah, they're going for the Dragon Slayer there. The armor is still holding for now, but that won't be the case for too much longer.
Ready for orders.
So we're going to bring up the Sorcerer as much as we can. We're just sprinting in with these mechs.
Aye, aye.
Same with our Centurion. We're going to sprint in as close as we can.
Understood. Moving fast.
Our Imp, we will regularly move in, and we are going to go for the hit on the Hunchy here.
Tell me what to shoot.
I doubt we'll get it. We did get some damage there. That Hunchy doesn't have that much armor. Okay, phase 2 for the Dragon Slayer.
I'm here.
I guess that's fine. We'll position right about here, or perhaps here. No, I think we'll position here to block it.
Confirmed.
Like so. And then we will Vigilance, and we'll fire on that Hunchy.
Copy that.
That was a solid hit. Structure exposure there. Good, good.
Standing by.
Our Archer will advance over to here. It's as good as we can get. And we'll have to fire on the Hunchy from here.
Firing a full salvo.
Okay. Phase 21, this is when the Hunchy moves. So this is when we find out if our block is good enough. The Hunchy didn't fire. He backed off. Ooh, that was a leg destruction by our friend the Stalker. We'll absolutely take that. That's a knockdown on that Hunchy, which may well be his doom, seeing as we've still got Gauss rifle ammo. Yazula moves up, but does not fire.
Orders.
Our Sorcerer is going to sprint forward to here,
A copy.
and is going to be done there. The Banshee moves up. It can shoot at the Dragon Slayer. That makes me sad.
The bastard.
I was hoping that we'd have a block there, but he does have height on us, so that's okay. We're going to step forward with the Jaeger, and the Jaeger is absolutely going to go for the kill on this Hunchy.
Copy that.
We did a lot to him, but he's not dead. He's still not dead. Okay.
Aye, aye.
The Centurion is going to sprint forward to here.
Roger.
Excellent. And the Imp is going to step forward to here and finish that Hunchy. Take him out.
Got it.
There we go. The Hunchy's dead. At long last. Such awkward deployment locations for everyone involved, including, but perhaps especially, us. We're going to get up with the Dragon Slayer.
I'll never.
And this is the right arm. Do I have anything in that? A machine gun. That's it. Okay. So if we were to position like this, that would keep our right arm fairly protected. We don't have enough to vigilance, which is sad. But what we can do is we can go for the Azula here. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm concerned that we're going to lose something. I absolutely am. From the Banshee next round.
Affirmative.
But we can do some damage to the Azula anyway. Okay.
Standing by.
So the guillotine can position itself somewhere like here and also be positioned like this.
Acknowledged.
And we can go for the Azula here. We can't fire the binary laser because of heat.
Attacking from position.
But we can do some damage to its side arc. Okay. Fire starter, firing on that Banshee. Sure, we'll take that.
Waiting for orders.
Next up is our Jaeger, who can fire on the Banshee as well. Only 34% hit chance, but we'll take it.
Engage.
That was 2 hits. Very nice. The Banshee moves out of the fire and shoots at the Sorcerer, of all things. I strongly disagree with that play.
Orders.
The Archer will move up. That's as close as we can get. I was hoping we'd get a Deadfire round out. We didn't, so that's okay. We're going to pop down over here
Full speed.
and make our way through here as quick as we can. The Azula moves back, fires on the Dragon Slayer. It crits the PPC, but does not destroy the PPC. Okay. No damage on that Banshee. Stalker moves up. That is another hit there, actually. Not too bad. We're going to move up with our Imp to right here.
Affirmative.
And we're going to fire at him again. We hit with a Gauss rifle again. We'll take it. Next up,
Talk to me.
the Dragon Slayer can move in over here. Now this is kind of dangerous. There's no doubt about that. We can't kick him either. We can use our physical weapon here, or we could punch. We're actually better off using our punch here. And that's what we'll do.
Confirmed.
I'd love to have this Azula dead. Ah, we missed the punch. Sad. And we didn't do all that much, overall.
I'm here.
Okay, so the Centurion is going to sprint forward here.
Going full throttle.
And next round. The Fire Starter fires on that Banshee. Round 18, and this guy's still got ammo. I mean, we still have some ammo too, so...
Standing by.
Nothing too weird about that, I suppose. I'm going to position over here and kick the Azula just to make this guy make a choice on which arm he takes out.
Understood.
Okay. So we got the kick in there. That's great. That's 70 damage. We did not hit that binary laser, though. Insane. We're getting some very bad rolls on that. The Banshee moves down. Fires on the Jaeger. That's another really questionable choice. That's actually incredibly questionable.
Standing by.
Because the Sorcerer can now engage over this way. With the ER mediums. We didn't hit, but that's okay. We don't mind.
Failed to connect.
Next up is the Jaeger, which it does have that sensor impairment, but that's fine. We still have a 60% hit chance here. And that's a structure exposure. Our ally also attacking the Banshee. Great. And our Archer can come on in over here and finish the Azula. I don't think it survives this. Oh, seriously? Stray shotting that? That was rude. Luckily, it was absorbed by armor.
Reporting. Enemy vehicle eliminated.
This is definitely going to take a lot of repairs. There's no doubt about that. That was another hit on that Banshee, and that was internal. He lost his evasive from that. Fascinating. We're going to move up the Centurion to here, and I'm actually going to move along this.
You've got my attention.
So the Dragon Slayer, at this point, could position somewhere like here, which I will take.
Waiting for orders.
Lord Daki will advance here,
Moving to position.
and we'll fire on this Banshee. Should have good hit odds.
Affirmative.
Okay, very close to a knock. Actually, that is a knockdown on the Banshee. Oh, that's huge. Because he's already moved this round. So that means that we get a full round on the Banshee of called shots.
Yes, Commander.
Excellent.
Confirmed.
Okay, we missed one of those. We may have missed both, actually.
I'm here.
The guillotine is going to make its way around. We didn't actually lose the arm. Yet. That was a miss. Okay, that's fine. This guy goes last. Like, absolute last.
Standing by.
Is there anywhere the archer can go to get LOS on him? I kind of doubt it. Maybe up here? Nah. Okay.
Double time. Let's go.
That's fine. Our allies putting in a little bit more damage into there.
I'm here.
And now our sorcerer can move up to this position and go with those ER mediums. I'm going to go for the core.
Confirm.
Okay, we took out that torso. That's completely fine.
Critical hit.
And now the Dragon Slayer will come in to finish the job. We still have the Ultra AC-20 ammo. Do it. I'm actually shocked that that didn't finish the job.
As a lesson.
Okay, he ejected. It did finish the job. Good. Well, it's going to cost us a fair amount to repair here. There's no doubt about that. That guillotine, it took a lot of damage. I mean, the moment it became unsteady, we knew that was going to be the case. That chasm was very difficult for us to fight over. I should have been moving the fire support earlier. There's no doubt about that. I kind of doubt we made a profit on this, not counting salvage. However, that's 3 Bullshark parts, 3 Banshee parts, 4 Longbow parts. We take that. That's a lot of parts. We also got 3 Victor parts out of that and 4 Fulcrum parts out of that. This large laser we'll keep. This medium laser we'll keep. Small laser, we'll actually keep that too. Generic armor, pass on that for now. 2 Engine Core 265s, we'll actually sell both of those. 4 standard fusion engines and 4 sniper ammos. Or rather, 2 sniper ammos. We'll keep those. So hopefully that'll be enough to cover our repairs between what we actually got from the payout and what we ended up getting from making those couple of sales. But that's a lot of assault mech parts. And good assault mech parts, too. So that is fantastic. Let's see what Yang thinks this is going to cost. It's going to be a lot. There's no doubt about that. I'm very interested in seeing how much it's going to cost to repair the guillotine. We're going to have to do that one manually, and I will do that this episode, just so that I don't forget. So let's just go ahead and advance here, as soon as it gets around to it. Okay, yeah, that was actually slightly profitable. The 42 days for repairs is rough, but go ahead and do that. The Marauder is still being repaired. The only one, I believe, that actually needs custom repairs is the guillotine. And that is this guillotine. So we're going to stop the work on that. That's only half of what we paid. So we're going to refit this. And of course, we're going to have to hit the good old repair button. And that got rid of some bolt-on rockets. That's sad. Streak SRM was lost because of the center core. Can we replace that? Yes, we can. There we go. Of course, that's awkward, but that'll get fixed in a moment. That's an Engine Core 300. Sure. And we don't have an Engine Core 300. I guess we'll run a 280. It's not necessarily ideal, but it'll be okay. We did lose an Engine HS plus 2. I'm not sure we have a replacement for that. No, we don't. That's okay. We'll use slots for that. Double heatsink kit. Okay, we may improve that potentially. We have 6 double heatsinks. Sure. We'll go for the double heatsink kit, and we lost a single double heatsink. And endosteel structure. Okay. We can probably do something interesting here. We can go for, like, ferrofibrous armor and endosteel structure. I'm going to go for clan endosteel structure and clan ferrofibrous armor, just for slot purposes. We'll max out our armor. And then we lost the bolt-on rocket, which does hurt a little bit. I don't think we can replace that. We don't have hand actuators on this thing. But what we can do is we can potentially upgrade some of these weapons, right? We can upgrade this medium laser maybe into a clan ER large laser. And then from there, run more heat sinks. That's something that we can definitely do. So we can run a double heatsink here, a double heatsink here, something along the lines of all of this. We still have enough for one more double heatsink, but that's all we can get armor-wise. Okay, so our heat efficiency is not great. We can downgrade that clan ER large laser just to a regular ER large laser. That'll save us a lot of heat. So we swap this guy out for this guy. That does put us 1 ton overweight as well. Okay. So maybe we run, like, ER medium here. That's an option. I'm not sure it's a fantastic option. That gives us 3 tons to work with. We could potentially drop the clan endosteel or the clan ferrofibrous. Yeah, we could drop the clan ferrofibrous and then put in another heatsink here. That wouldn't be awful. So we'll put the other heatsink in. It has to go in an arm. Sad. We'll put it in over here. And then we have 0.187 tons remaining that we can't really do much for. That's okay. We'll go ahead and validate this. Yeah, that'll cost us some money, to be sure. And I just want to make sure that we're repairing that gyro. Let's just hit the repair all button to be sure. Yep, we're good. Okay, so that's going to take 22 days to repair. So overall, I don't think it's going to be as bad as Yang thought it would. We want to prioritize the Marauder and the Guillotine, and then beyond that, the Dragon Slayer as well. Oh, okay, yeah, that did lose a lot of armor, there's no doubt about that. At any rate, it is well past time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to see if we can get some of these repairs done. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.